since you can't use magic, it means you don't have an incurable illness.
She says as he is comatose in bed, dying.
Please be advised, the following presentation is not intended for minors.
This is an old game that you can't get anywhere, so I had to bust out my Xbox 360 to play this. Yes, we are playing the inferior Xbox 360 version because the PlayStation 3 version is fucking expensive these days, and the console is extremely difficult to actually stream on. So yeah, kind of fucked into a hole there. That kind of sucked. Anyway, if you don't know what this is, I don't want to spoil it for you because this game is fucking weird. It is a weird concept for a JRPG, but it is a game I absolutely fucking adore. God, 2007 this came out. Jesus Christ. This game is 15 years old. Man, I love games that just start in media res. It's like, what the fuck happened that led to this? Now for the game to actually start. God, for an old-ass game, this looks beautiful. God, I forgot, like, how long the intro goes for. Jeez.
In the midst of this joyous orchestration, at the center of the morning's discordant musical performance, lies a small village nestled deep in the wood.
So why wouldn't it be? 'Cause it's a JRPG. But like, just look at how fucking beautiful this is, even for like a 360 game.
About 4 miles.
It's like, this was the era of like gray and brown shooters. So like, seeing a game with actual color is fucking mind-blowing. Thank you for telling us about this village. Can we get on with the game, please?
Mommy, why are there waves in the sea?
Well, darling, there are waves because of the moon.
Because of the moon?
That's right. The moon charms the water in the ocean with its beauty. And
Yeah, sure. What is it with like anime stuff with like innocent child asks mother like a very like easy question, and it's like, here, let me have this nonsense explanation. Wishing your Australian team luck for their football match in 20 minutes. Oh, right, that whole thing is going on. I don't pay attention because I have video games to play. I don't really care about sport. If it's not blitzball, they can fuck off.
But if something like that ever were to happen during your life, your only choice might be to jump into that sea. Because
foreshadowing the thing that we saw at the beginning of the game that shows up at the end of the game. Thank you. Thank you for starting the game at the end of the game.
Yes. Though it's insulting to compare seawater stirred by the beauty of the moon to the ugly waves of human desire.
Jesus Christ. Fucking anime. Where do waves come from? Here, let me just spew this, political diatribe.
It's said that people can have the most peaceful dreams just before they pass on.
Oh, cool.
What are you talking about? How can you
That's
say
totally
that?
what you want to hear from the doctor. There we go. Only took, like, we're nearly 15 minutes into the stream. Like, the game's about to actually start. Ravon sure looks young on his deathbed. It's anime. Everyone looks young in anime, except for people who are, like, hundreds of years old, unless they are a woman and tiny. Finally, gameplay. Wow, that's my clear save file. It's my clear save file from fucking 15 years ago. It's still here. Wow. So yeah, this game has a very interesting combat system. Luckily, the game actually just explains everything, so someone sure played a lot. I played a lot because there's a thing near the end of the game that you kinda have to do. That is very time consuming.
Okay, it's my turn again. I feel sorry for this little guy, but I guess I'd better finish him off.
You didn't attack me or anything. I just came up and started twatting him with my umbrella.
By pressing the block button when an enemy attack is going to hit me, I can defend myself. But I have to get the timing just right, so I really need to concentrate.
Yeah, and if you mess up that timing, so, like, the damage can be ridiculous at times.
Okay, I'm almost done. I just have to keep at it.
Wow, that was really loud all of a sudden. There we go. Oh, let me turn down the fucking capture card. Holy crap. That got real loud out of nowhere. So yeah, that's the basics of the combat system, but as things go along, the system actually, like, evolves and rules straight up just change. Like, I think it's at the end of each chapter, like, a new variation actually shows up with the battle system that completely changes how it works. Like, the time gauge will continuously drop instead of only dropping when you move. But because of which, you're allowed to use, like, multiple special attacks per turn or stuff like that. That's kind of just, like, the basics of how this combat system works. Just mash the A button, and when the timer goes down, just use a special. But yeah, also very handy that the main character is a healer. I think the seedlings ate a monkey before you started punching them. Yeah, it sounds like it, right? Sorry, I can't give you any nuts, my dude. It's currently No Nut November.
I see. I guess you don't want to be touched by me either.
Alright, phrasing. And here I thought what I said was, you know, it's sexual. Boy, those two people in the background look very different from everyone else. I wonder why that is.
But I didn't do anything. Who do you think you're talking to?
I hear a fight. Damn, that dude's got a flat top of his head. Could use him as a bar stool. Nice accordion, loser. Who do you think you? Who do you think you are, Weird Al Yankovic?
You're anyone that glows like that girl did. Do you understand me?
But why?
Because I said so. That's why. Now come on.
No, explain it so I can talk about it. More cutscenes, because it wouldn't be a JRPG without a shit ton of cutscenes. Man, one of these days this game will get a Switch port. One day. So long as they don't pull Crystal Chronicles on it. God. Let's port the mobile version of the game to the Switch. If it ever got a Switch port, they'd have to port the PlayStation 3 version.
Why does everyone avoid me?
Because they think they'll get sick if they touch you, even though it's not true.
There we go.
I'm living proof that it isn't true. After all, I live with you and I'm fine.
So yeah, in this world, a weird rumor spread that anyone with magic just makes people sick. Like, in the vicinity.
I'm not afraid of illness, Mom. It's just, well, I'm just sad that no matter what I do, I can't make any
Actually,
friends.
no, right. Anyone who has magic is actually, like, inflicted with some kind of illness. That's right, that's what it was. So when people see the magic be performed, they think it's contagious. That's what happened, right. Like I said, it's been 15 years since I played this fucking thing. There you go, now we see the other protagonists of the game. Because you're radioactive, dear, that's why you glowed green. Polka is She-Hulk, confirmed.
Plus,
Won't lie, real French baguette is an experience to eat. Oh, yeah.
To want a bite of this.
I'd love to
What
try
do I
it
do
like
with
a
attack?
authentic French baguette. Honestly, I just like to travel the world just to taste national foods. So in case it wasn't obvious from the fact that the characters are named Polka, Allegretto, Beat, and the constant music note motif, music is very important to this game. Also, the fact that the developers of this game are called Tri Crescendo. So yeah, generic anime man has a sword. He's the protagonist. Special attacks, which we've kind of been doing, but they've been healing. They've been healing abilities, so now we actually have damaging special attacks.
Sun Slash!
Just flail around, I guess. Light and dark places. So here's a major gimmick of this game's battle system.
If you're standing in the sunlight or some other bright place, you'll use a light special attack. But if you're standing someplace that's dark, like in the shade, then you'll use a dark special attack. Okay, that's all I'm gonna tell you for right now. Come on, let's go, Beat.
So yeah, there's more to that later on, but we'll get to that eventually. So yeah, surprise. It looked like a hammer, but it's actually a gun. But yeah, Beat's weapon is a gun that doubles as a hammer, so if I get in close range, I can smack people with a hammer. But if I'm far away, I can just spam it like a gun. Annoyingly, I can't use, like, a special because, like, you have to actually, like, stop shooting for a bit. And, like, the animation, yeah, you have to wait for the, like, the shooting animation to be done. Alright, and the reason why his light special attack didn't work is because of this. Beat's a photographer. it takes out a camera and he takes pictures. Oh, why would you do that? Because you can sell the pictures. For some strange reason, the game actually, like, jacks up the price of those pictures to, like, a stupid degree. I'm gonna get as many pictures as possible in, like, the early game, just to fatten my wallet. All I can think about when I see the style of cell shading is a weird game called Dark Cloud. Don't I have Dark Cloud on the PS1 list? Or is Dark Cloud a PS2 game? I can't remember. God, I hate that the controls for the camera are inverted. Waste so much time. PS2? Ah, alright, so I must have missed it then. Or did I play it for the PS2 list and I'm just completely forgetting about it? Like, wasn't that the game where I had to rebuild a town, or is that something different? I'm just mixing up games. Both games are PS2 games with the same side mechanic of rebuilding towns. Okay, yeah, so I did play it. That was the game with the bloody cat girl in it, wasn't it? Like, I saw it and I was immediately grossed out. Don't. This game got really weird really quickly. And it wouldn't be a JRPG with, like, a sewer level where we're fighting rats. I like the little detail of, like, the handle of, Beat's hammer just being a flute. Like, Allegretto's, sword has a, treble clef as its handguard. Like, that stuff is fun. Let's have a look at all the photos that we got. Oh, really? God. But yeah, like, even shit photos will still, like, sell for a bit. I think the main thing I remember from Dark Cloud 2 was a giant fish who I could have sworn was voiced by the devil from Cow and Chicken.
Don't pee on the floor, use the Commodore. La 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 la.
I love the fact because because of like kids TV like censorship and all that, they couldn't call him the devil, so they had to call him the big red guy. And time for the game's first boss, if I remember correctly. Oh shit! A rat! Alright, turns out this rat swallowed a pig. On B, just keep tanking those hits, man. Tank the hits and take pictures. There you go, getting some sweet butt shots. People pay thousands for that. Shut up, Beat. Does this camera run out of film or what?
Watch the little birdie.
Oh yeah, bend over like that, please. Oh, cool. Nice heal. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Hey, that just means I can get more pictures of you. I love that the effects are so strong it causes the game to slow down a little bit. There we go.
I'm not gonna lose.
Hey, I got a new sword from that too. Love how Beat did absolutely fucking nothing that entire fight. Just sitting back, taking shots.
The reason the bread is so expensive is the high taxes on it.
Bread tax. Taxation is
It's
theft.
not just
Therefore,
bread
we
either.
steal bread.
In Retrodondo, just about everything. The only thing that's not taxed is mineral powder.
Oh, I see. So that's why anybody can get it. Because it's so cheap. I guess the Count Forte isn't really that bad after all. I mean, at least he keeps the tax on medicine cheap.
Can't be any kind of ulterior motive behind that whatsoever.
Come on.
Yo, when the fuck
Let's
did I
hurry up
lose
and drop off
6,000
the rest.
frames? What the
Then it's
fuck
time for
happened to
us
my
to eat.
connection? Jesus. This is their little hideout. It's full of knickknacks and doodads. How the fuck did they get an anchor in here? Alright. I need to
You
check
look
out
at things with your own
IMDb.
two eyes.
I can recognize his goddamn voice. Like, I couldn't back in the day because, like, that was before I was super into voice acting.
That's no.
Though I do remember recognizing Beat's
Still,
voice.
I
Yep,
guess you
that's
won't
right.
be
Yeah,
around for
Sam
much
Riegel.
longer.
Thought so.
Sick
It's
with some kind of
fucking
incurable
Wake
illness.
Arcus from Conception
That's how it
2.
works.
He's
Basically,
back.
magic-
Phew.
Yeah, was it good for you too? I hate myself so fucking much. Oh, and Polka's voiced
That's
by
just a
Aaron
rumor somebody
Fitzgerald.
started. Think my-
Chopin is voiced by
They'll believe just
Patrick
about anything they
Seitz.
hear.
No fucking way. Patrick Seitz is fucking Garrosh Hellscream in Warcraft.
You failed the Horde. You made me war chief. You left me to pick up your pieces. You failed me.
Oh, who is Mona Marshall? I recognize that name. That's right. Is he from the original Digimon anime? Like,
Okay,
the
Pete.
English
We
dub.
leave first thing in the
That's
morning.
why I remember that. Yeah, of course, Liam O'Brien is in this as well. Same with Tara Platt, Johnny Young Bosch. Yo, DC Douglas. See, this is the era of, like, all the voice actors that I remember. There it is, Sam Riegel. Aaron Fitzgerald. I should have just waited. I should have just waited. Patrick Seitz, my man. So yeah, we are just shy of an hour in. Now we get the intro credits. Prince Crescendo is Liquid Snake. Yeah. Like, I say this all the time, but like, that's my favorite thing about voice acting, is like the feeling of, oh, that character is voiced by that person. Oh, that's awesome. Like, that's something you don't get with like on-screen acting. You don't get that like, oh wait moment from like recognizing it. Funnily enough, Crescendo's VA later voiced a similarly musical-themed antagonist in Dark Cloud 2, Dr. Jamming, who floats around a guitar-powered hovering platform. That sounds fucking rad. It's so weird, because, like, I only know Aaron Fitzgerald as Chie. I don't think I know her from, like, anything else. And, like,
Come on.
Polka's voice sounds nothing like Chie.
This place used to be much more beautiful.
Hey, not Garrosh, what's up? But, like, listen to this, and then listen to voice lines of Garrosh Hellscream.
Watch your clever mouth, bitch.
His range is ridiculous. Like, every time he is shown up in something, I'm like, I don't recognize that voice. Who is that? Oh, it's Patrick Seitz. So I believe he plays the plays the protagonist in Killer is Dead as well.
Wow. So you can use magic powers too, Frederick?
And that's why he's in a coma. Oh my god. Another reason why, like, you always get like, oh, this character is voiced by this guy who voices this character and this character and this character that I know. Because voice actors don't get a lot of... Like, there isn't a lot of voice actors to get, like, big roles. So they tend to constantly pick the same, like, handful of people. Also, yeah, I talked over it, but, hey, this is the weird thing with this game. This entire JRPG is set inside the comatose mind of a dying Frederick Francois Chopin. You know, the composer that existed in real life. And if you're wondering, yes, we are going to be listening to actual compositions of his in this game. I believe the chapter names are actually named after songs that he's composed. Alright, back to gameplay. It took a bit. God, that boss fight end cutscene was 20 minutes. Thankfully, classical music isn't restricted by copyright like other music is. You say that, but YouTube likes to play tricks on people. Heaven's Mirror Forest. It's not Heaven's Door, it's Heaven's Mirror. And yes, Frederick is a playable character in the game as well. Yes, these birds honk. And yeah, if you didn't catch that, Frederick's weapon is a composer's baton. Because what else would it be? I hate the noises that it makes. God, how did I not realize Dark Chronicle 2's main villain was voiced by Mark fucking Hamill? To be fair, Mark Hamill's range is absolutely fucking ridiculous. Like, a part of me really wishes that, like, the Yakuza franchise did well enough when it, like, originally came out here. Like, on the PS2, so we could, continue to get, Mark Hamill as Majima. Also, I'm just reading these stats now. What the fuck is Turt? Like, attack, defense, speed, I get. What the fuck is Turt? Alright, I'm guessing it's magic because Turt is gone, but magic is there. There's Music Piano Man for a game with Sonata in its name. There's Frederick. Mr. Frederick Francois Chopin, the composer himself. There's the Piano Man. Severe lack of rhythm games. Yeah, but they make up for it by making every character named after, like, some kind of musical term, and just have, like, musical notes and shit everywhere. That counts, right? Like, it would actually be pretty cool to have, like, a rhythm game aspect to the combat. Like, I think this dev team made, like, this game, one game before this, and that's it. Just kind of disappeared after this. Looks better than the other travesty game with, what was it? God's Gift for Women. God. Conception 2 was a mistake. But yeah, unlike, Conception 2, this is actually a good game.
Now you will rest.
Hey, how about you actually hit the boss, dingus? Alright, body level up to 2. Okay, so this is what I was talking about at the beginning of the game. Every time our party levels up, it changes how combat works. Movement is now counted in real time. The action gauge will start decreasing after your first step and will continue to do so even when standing still. In other words, from the first move you make, you have 5 seconds before the turn is over. However, as in party level 1, tactical time is still unlimited. So as long as you do not move at the start of the turn, you'll still have time to consider what to do next. But yeah, like, the higher the rank, there will be more restrictions, but the game will actually start letting you do more cool stuff in combat. Blossoming so hard it's killing the frame rate.
But they're also called death lights.
Death lights?
The sun brings life, but the dark brings death. And these flowers bloom in darkness. So, darkness is evil, light is good.
Because anime.
Since you can't use magic, it means you don't have an incurable illness.
She says as he is comatose in bed, dying.
That way everyone can afford blankets and cheese and all the honey-covered bread they could ever possibly want.
God, that sounds so good right now.
Then everyone can...
Both
Wait
teams
up.
of protagonists are going to Forte Castle? I wonder if they'll meet up.